Yo, what's going on, guys? It's MrVerry here, and I am doing my sixth Grindfest. That's right, sixth Grindfest here at the Fury Gate, assuming no one has taken it in my absence. So I came here a little earlier, just like an hour or so ago, and just wanted to see if anyone was here. It took me forever to find it, unfortunately, but I found it, so all is well. And you can see that I hunted here a little bit by my loot. Um, and that I got 3 tarot rods and a wand of inferno. So a decent start, I suppose. And hopefully it'll only continue to get better. So I love doing grind fests here, as it is one of my favorite spots to hunt, as I've said time and time again, simply because I get such great experience here, and the loot is amazing too. And as I've said before, there's no other spot in Tibia that can compare with the loot rate and the EXP rate at the same time. It's just crazy here. But I have a screenshot. Speaking of that, I have to do my screenshot video soon. I know that you guys are probably wondering where that is. It is coming. It is coming, albeit a little bit delayed, and I apologize for that, but better late than never, I suppose. But anyway, I have a screenshot of me getting a assassin dagger at the same time as steel boots out of a fury, which is one of my favorite combo loots. That was awesome. And hopefully before my demon task is over, I'll have looted like a magic plate armor and golden legs or a mastermind shield. Something crazy like that in combination. And I actually popped on my afflicted outfit, which I know isn't really worth. It's pretty easy to get for those of you who do not know. And ooh, how did I miss that? And I'm on my dragonling, which is appropriate for this particular area because there's tons of dragonlings here, so hey, why not, right? And it looks like we got the Fury before the Hellfire Fighter, which is fine with me. I know he's lurking down there, not too far away, I'm sure. So we make quick work of her and keep moving on. And in the beginning here, I have to throw pots away so that I have enough room for to pick stuff up, because the amount of tarot rods they drop is just insane. And I'm going to have to put up some energy walls here. And that's just simply so that I can space these two out without a crazy amount of danger to myself. And luckily, I'm going to be able to finish off the Hellfire pretty quickly, and he wasn't able to destroy my walls quite as well as he easily could have. And with the way I have got the walls set up now, this Fury will be very easy to avoid. Ooh, I thought that would be it. And she drops 207 gold coins. It's too bad that I don't pick up gold. Otherwise, this would be quite a profitable place for gold, at least. And I want him to step up. Okay, there he is. And we have a reason to use an avalanche. And actually, we've got a really good reason to use avalanches now, because there's an imp. So that's why I bring a decent amount of avalanches, really, is because I know that there's going to be a lot of fire creatures bunched together. Furies are actually strong to ice, which is unfortunate for druids, especially because druids do really well against the rest of the creatures here. And I'm going to save the Ring of Healings for later on in the hunt, when I feel they're more needed and I'm running low on pots. But with the supplies I have, this should be a pretty decent sized hunt. And of course, just making use of our avalanches. And hopefully, I don't think I'll be able to get 266 in this hunt as I have like 60%, but I'll certainly be able to get close, so that's cool. And we have to knock him out of invis, and I'm going to drop another SD just so that he doesn't get to run away and heal. That's no fun. And cool, I was able to grab the Fury to the south without dealing with all the creatures to the east, which is like a bunch of massive fire elementals, hellfire fighters, fun stuff like that. And down here is a ton of Furies and also a Hellfire Fighter and also Infernalists. So what we want to do is, obviously I set up energy walls immediately, and luckily there wasn't any lured. So it makes the task of singling them out a little bit easier. Sometimes when I pop down here, there will be like a couple Furies and the Hellfire Fighter, which makes this much harder. And the equipment that I have on now is really what I like wearing here. I think it's the best equipment for this place. I have magma legs for extra fire protection. I have my Royal Scale Robe for 2 magic levels as well as added fire protection and a decent amount of armor. And my Yalahari mask for magic levels. Of course, I also wear a bronze amulet to, minimize the mana drains that are done to me by the Infernalists. And sometimes I'll switch that out for Koshi's Ancient Amulet, especially if I get a couple Furies on me and I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. So I should probably grab that while I'm thinking about it. Talking about it. And I normally bring some icicles. Sorry, I was reading what my friend wrote to me. Yep, so there's 3 Infernalists down here as well. And I use Utori more just to curse him and make sure that he's not going to be a big problem, as the Infernalists combined with the Furies are actually pretty annoying dealing with them simultaneously. Dealing with them, see, I don't mind dealing with a group of Infernalists or a group of Furies, but dealing with them at the same time, that can be a bit of a pain. Because Infernalists will destroy energy walls with their fire bombs, and of course they're distance attackers, whereas Furies will rush you, and they can be stopped by energy walls, but Infernalists can't. So it's actually unfortunate because Infernalists are the one reason that I can't go down every hole here, because there will be 3 Furies at least, and then a couple Hellfire Fighters, and as long as the Hellfire Fighters are at a distance, I'm okay to go in. Of course I have to be careful, but I'm alright to go in. I just have to make sure that I can put down an E-bomb before they get close enough to do their firebomb on themselves, which will eliminate the energy bomb and make all the Furies able to pursue. So yeah, it's kinda crazy, but we're gonna finish up these guys here. Got 2 Infernalists left, plus there might be some backspawn. There usually is down here, but I don't know how many people are online, so we shall see about that. And that explosion did not go as well as I was hoping, but that's alright. Doing some nice damage with avalanches, that's for sure. And we finish off that Infernalist. Now get to target this one with SDs. No loot from them yet, but it is early on. So give them some time and hopefully that'll change. And as we go up here, it's going to be a little chaotic. The Fury is back, so actually want to put full focus on her. And this can be kind of a dangerous situation, just because you have a lot of very heavy damage dealers on you at once. But it's usually not too big of a deal, and so long as I focus on my healing and I don't mind wasting a little bit, I usually am fine, as we just saw. Of course, sometimes the Southeast Fury will get a little frisky and come up, but even then, it's just a matter of putting up energy walls and staying away from them because you know the Infernalist will destroy them. And that's brought me my death here a couple times actually. And we get a pretty nice combo loot off the Infernalist, a Spellbook, a Mind Control, and a Skull Staff. So that's pretty nice. And I'm going to check who's online. Okay, and the Hellfire Fighter's back, as is the Dragon Lord, which, not really surprising. They tend to come back around the same time. That, or I just always kill them around the same time. And finishing them up. And hopefully we can see some combo loots from the Hellfire Fighters and stuff. But we will see. And of course this Fury's back as well, along with these Diabolic Imps and the Dragonling. So... and the Imp's almost down, just need a solid SD on him. And I'm going to switch to Explosions for the Dragonlings, as the Explosions seem to do more damage than any of the elemental AoE runes. And I don't mind using SDs on the Dragonlings because I make so much money here anyway that it doesn't really bother me. But I do try to conserve, so when I can, I'll use Explosions or my strong Energy Strike. Oh, excuse me, guys. And a Noble Axe. Cool, so decent loot pretty quickly. And I shouldn't have to argue my point as to why I like to come here so much. I think Furies have a 2% drop rate on Noble Axes too, so that's really nice. That means, you know, every 50 you kill, on average, you should get a Noble Axe. And they actually have an even smaller, or bigger drop rate, depending on how you look at it, of red pieces of cloth at 5%. So so that means that 1 in 20 will drop it. And we have that Imp over there doing some extra damage and stuff, but since I've been targeted on the Fury, I'll just take her out. They also drop small amethysts pretty frequently, so... and while those aren't worth a bunch, they're still nice. And we don't want him to get away. Unfortunately, by doing what we just did, we do end up luring some massive fire elementals on ourselves, but a nice E-wave. And while they are a little bit strong to it, it still does more damage than avalanches and does a pretty significant amount, so I don't mind using it. And here, the main point of going over here is there's 2 Furies. There's also 2 Dragon Lords, which obviously not a problem. If you can't handle Dragon Lords, you probably shouldn't be at the Fury dungeon. And they're about to run, so drop them with avalanches. And I've actually had super good luck with these two Dragon Lords in particular. I think I've looted 2 Dragon Scale Mails just off those, so that's pretty crazy considering, as I've said in many videos, Dragon Lords are usually not the most generous creatures for loot. You're lucky, if you get a tower shield, you better be thanking it, because it's just, I don't know, Dragon Lords are really hit or miss for me. It seems like I either get one really nice rare from them or just nothing. So, and we get the same combo as we had when we first came up the stairs on us, which, albeit you do take a hell of a lot of damage, but really not too big of a problem. Just have to focus on the main damage dealer, of course the Fury, and then the secondary ones. And we also got some rusty legs, so let's see. Oh, unfortunately they were damaged, so didn't get anything out of them, but we'll see if we can pick this imp off. Which we do quite easily, of course. And finishing off the Infernalist. And I'm hoping this is one of those hunts where I get a bunch of red pieces of cloth. It's not seeming like it's going to be one of those at this particular moment, but you know, that can change at any time. I've actually looted several red pieces of cloth in a row here, so the potential is certainly there. And not really wanting to waste SDs on the DL and walking towards where the Fury spawns. Oh look, a small sapphire. He was feeling super generous. Alright, so we're gonna grab her. And hopefully the one to the east has not respawned in the process. That's happened to me a couple times. And it's not fun getting pinched between 2 Furies. I mean, even if I get up a couple energy walls and I'm able to make the situation a little bit easier for myself, it's still uncomfortable as they can deal enough damage to kill me in one hit when I'm at full health if they combo and I'm in the right position, or they just wrap around me quickly as they are very fast. Alright, so we're going to grab the Fury from up here because chances are she's respawned. Wow, okay, maybe not. But it looks like this imp found me. So we're going to take the Fury to the south then and let these two respawn. Okay. Nope, that one's back. And we get a Guardian Shield out of that imp. Not surprising, they have almost a 10% drop rate on them. And I'm going to try to stick mostly to SDs on Furies in this hunt, because I'm seeing that I'm going through my manas quicker than I'd like to. Of course, the nice thing is, Furies will sometimes resupply me. As you can see, I just got 2 strong mana potions, which really helps. And this one isn't back yet. Nope. And that one spawns even when I'm very close. I've been really surprised at how close to the proximity of the spawn I've been, and to have it still spawn. And this Infernalist is almost down. Another SD should do it, and it does. And let's get the really nice rares up front. And cool, we sniped that Infernalist with an explosion. And we're... Aw. I ran too far up. Okay, he's dead center. And I don't mind using explosions on them, because sometimes explosions hit harder than avalanches on them. Although Infernalists do seem to have a little bit better physical resistance than that of Warlocks. Warlocks are very, very spongy. They have like no physical resistance whatsoever. Okay, so... And I assume she's down there and is going to be on her way shortly. I know that that Fury's most likely back because it's been a while since I came this way. But from the looks of it, I'm grabbing a Hellfire fighter. Yep, and that is what I grabbed. And since we grabbed the Hellfire, we're going to get a bit of distance just in case that Fury is lingering. And speaking of Furies and lingering, there she is. Of course, this is the one from this spawn and not the one I was just looking for, but hey. It's like Beetlejuice. If you say its name enough, it'll appear. And those demonic essences are piling up pretty nicely. Let's see how we're doing. 6 so far. So I've left here with 80 demonic essences before. Of course, that was an extremely long hunt, but that's still pretty awesome. You know, 80k strictly in essences. That's not even the loot you have in your backpacks and stuff, so that's pretty sweet in my opinion. And although we didn't find the Fury down here, since this Fury was respawned, I'm guessing that the other Fury spawns have had enough time as well. And we get the Imp on the run, the Dragon Lord on the run, so... And while we're not fighting, might as well Exura. And another Dragon Lord who gets a combo GFB and wave for 365. Pretty nasty attack. And yeah, not a good chance of getting that. And I forgot to grab rust removers, which is stupid of me because Furies drop a lot of rusty legs, so I'm probably going to end up kicking myself in the ass for that later on, but... And we get a Fury and a Hellfire fighter, so we're going to put that up. And pull that Fury right across. And I usually go to this spot, that way they can't get waves or beams off on me, just to be safe. As even with my health near full, their beams and waves can be very, very devastating. And this is fine. I don't mind having this little group on me. Actually, it's gonna be kind of advantageous as far as using avalanches and whatnot. And right here, the Hellfire cannot beam me, and that's really my main concern. So, and luckily the Hellfire takes the spot, which is what I was hoping would happen. And we drop that Dragonling. The other one is probably lingering around down here, but we're not even going to worry about him. Let him heal up. We will be back. Okay, there he is. Cool. Picked him off, and we got this Fury. And I usually put an energy wall up to the left of me, but I don't know, I don't really feel that's necessary. We just cleared that area, so. And of course the Terror Rod. That's typical. So just using explosions to bring down the DLs. And I'm going to save a couple of those for Furies, as Furies are very spongy too and take very heavy damage to physical attacks, so it's not a bad move to have those later on. DLs go down pretty easy, and I'm wondering which Fury will assault me first. Usually the north one. Yep, and we got her, so. Hopefully I can see some more SDs break 800, that's always nice. 717, not bad. Oh, that would have been